Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for August 6th, 2025. We've got a Plunder plus Alchemy Kingdom today, mostly Plunder. Reckless Secluded Shrine. Okay. So that plus Cage is the trashing. So neither of those are especially appealing. Secluded Shrine being reckless does not... Does it help you trash more? Maybe it does. Yeah, I guess it probably does. Okay, so maybe that is alright. You trash up to 4 cards. So you can almost treat it like a count, where you buy a copper and then just trash most of your hand. Anyway, I guess, well, there's also prize goat, of course, but, you know, that, no relying on that. Okay, draw-wise, we've got Siren for the duration draw, and then we've got Crew and Stowaway. Well, Stowaway is also duration draw, and then Crew for draw during your turn. Plus actions is just University. University can gain Stowaways, and also Crew is a duration that'll activate Stowaway. So that works out reasonably well. Plus buy from Buried Treasure and Sack of Loot, and then loots themselves. There's also Search to get more loots. I don't really see that being the loot gaining method when you've got Sack of Loot, but obviously we've also got 2 cursors here. Siren is certainly the stronger card, but we do have University, which means we're probably going to want to open Potion anyway, which means maybe we end up taking some familiars. I would want the duration draw from Siren regardless of that, I think. Well, we'll see how that plays out. Getting to Siren early does not look particularly easy, given that, I think we would, like I said, we do want to trash with Secluded Shrine, and then if we also take a potion, we won't have an action that we can turn into Siren, and the only Siren Tricks card is Insignia, which we're not going to have in our deck. Yeah, I think that's the situation. Anyway, so if we see, well, the timing of when we see Secluded Shrine versus Potion could slow things down a little bit there, but I guess it doesn't matter too much, because it's not like buying a University would trigger Secluded Shrine. Yeah. Alright, well, another thing we could potentially do is get the Secluded Shrine into play and then buy a Cage, and then I've done one trash the Secluded Shrine and then do another one with Cage or something like that. So we'll see how it goes. They get a potion on 5, so they're not going to get a Secluded Shrine, I can tell you that. Okay, so this is exactly the sort of situation I mean. We could buy a Cage here, trash 4, and then Cage another set of cards. Knowing that next turn we're probably going to have the potion I want to buy University anyway, so we're not really going to want to try to activate Secluded Shrine. And I think buying Cage makes more sense than buying a silver or a copper or something. So Wait, what did the bot end up doing on 2? Search? Okay, yeah, sure. Alright, so we'd still... Oh, damn it. Had 2 estates down there in the cage. Missed them. Blah. Well... So we have estate, copper, potion down there. That is annoying. Actually, maybe it's not that bad. So if we take a secluded shrine here and cage the 3 coppers. Next turn. Oh well, we're not. We won't necessarily see the secluded shrine next turn. 50-50 to see that versus the university. I was gonna say we play the secluded shrine. We get 2 coins. We get another coin from the 1 copper, and then we can buy a familiar. And then after that, we can activate the secluded shrine to trash the estates. I still think that's correct. Okay, works out. So yeah, now that the secluded shrine is in play, all right, what do we want to do here? We're going to buy a copper and trash 3 cards. We could just gain a card with the plan to use it to then gain a siren. That's pretty reasonable. Maybe we actually don't trash this last copper yet. Just the 2 estates, because that way we can have, if we buy copper to trash the 2 estates, we have copper potion to hit 2p going forward. I think what I want to do. Alright, so we're going to want to get another secluded shrine. But for now, take the siren. Oh, that's annoying. So we could gain another siren instead of playing this familiar. And that way we've got sirens every turn. I think I want to do that. The bot hasn't really been trashing, or maybe hasn't trashed at all. Alright. Has apparently played a lot of searches. Okay. So we are going to Need to get some more money into our deck. How do we do that? We could get a couple of searches of our own. And then when that goes off, like I wasn't expecting this to be the play, but like we've got better deck control. The searches will get out of the way. Then get a sack of loot with our buy next turn, and then start gaining just deck control pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess one issue with this is that we're not actually going to draw everything. Siren gets us to 8, but if we take 2 searches and a university. That's what I'd like to do. Maybe we need to take, like, search crew university and then plan to gain and play a search. Can we play all of that with 3 universities? Play Siren, search, crew, search? Yeah, okay. And we bottom deck the crew. Okay, fine. Fine. Well, now... Well, we could still pop 1 search and take the other 2. They get to pop 4, but they have a bunch of others that they wouldn't. And like I said, they have no deck control. I mean, they have 1 stowaway, but other than that... We got an amphora. Okay. Alright. I think I want yet another university. This might be the last one. The duchy. I mean, piles are low, so I do get that. Alright, I think we want another crew. Want another crew? Probably. It's compared to stowaway. Like if we could gain and play the stowaway, then I would prefer that. But although, I mean, crew is more net draw, so maybe I wouldn't anyway. That being said, we have to be careful about the crews too, because even with the siren draw, like we might just stack up a bunch of crews, and not have the universities that we need. So I think that's enough crews. I think now we go with stowaway. Stowaway. I guess we are taking another university. I was thinking about, should I get a secluded shrine? I guess not. We could take a buried treasure. That seems fine. We could also take a sack of loot. Maybe that's a little better. It can help us trigger a secluded shrine. Oh, we didn't find our siren! I didn't even register that. Ugh. Bottom deck that. Alright, well, I guess this is another stowaway. I do kind of want another university. But on the other hand, it would be nice to just leave this for next turn. I think I'm just going to do that. Oh man, now we don't find the universities? Jeez. Well, we can gain a stowaway and react the stowaway. Oh, I guess we might find more universities down here, right? Gain stowaway, react stowaway. We want to trigger the shuffle. Probably. It would be nice to get the secluded shrine thing going, but maybe we should wait a little bit on that until we can actually draw it up reliably. Alright. I don't know that it makes sense to further lower piles if we're not like actively getting value from it. Now we are. We can find our potion. Another amphora. We really didn't find much money here. Well, okay. I mean, the bot doesn't have any ability to, like, empty piles unless it just finds enough money to get all the stowaways in an estate, and money in buys, which it does have a decent amount of loot, but it's spread out very thin through its deck. So I imagine it'll be fine, but let's get a buried treasure and plan to score next turn. Spell scroll to duchy. Okay. Does it have more searches in play? I guess it does. Do I have searches in play? Presumably. Alright. I want to draw to 8 first. Found one university. Okay. Let's top deck one crew. Wait, not even. Alright, now we'll top deck one crew. Okay. So we get the secluded shrine. That is at the very least giving us 2 points. I wouldn't rule out the possibility that we can just win this turn. Emptying stowaways, giving out the last curse. We get 2 points from trashing this, and then we need double province. I don't know if we're going to have double province money, but the secluded shrine also gives us 2 coins. So... Oh. Well, alright. Yeah, sure. Alright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we can gain another secluded shrine. Oh, oh no, wait. The money in the cage stays away, but... Alright. And we get the 3... We have enough for the 3 stowaways. I guess we have... Well, there's no reason to bother to draw that stowaway, right? Oh, right. I did mention that we had searches. Okay. Wait, why didn't that trigger... Oh, we didn't play the Secluded Shrines yet. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. So... that... No. And the hammer... I guess should gain an estate. We could get the stowaways into play, but it's not like we need to. Yeah, so I don't know. That I might have cut that a little closer than I should have, but the bots deck... Oh, they did have a couple of universities. I actually somehow didn't realize that. Their deck was really bad because they didn't do any trashing, and they had 8 curses. Apparently they had a cage? What was caged? Nothing. When did they gain a cage? And why? Well, they just bought one turn 8 and then never played it. Did they ever draw it? They drew it turn 12 with 2 coppers, a curse, and a familiar, and then played the familiar and didn't even bother to play the cage. Okay. That's silly. Yeah, I guess this turn, if they had had this turn going into my previous turn, I would have potentially been at risk because they had 2 buried treasures in play and they could have potentially emptied the stowaways off of that. But fortunately, I was in a position where I was ready to go for the win. Maybe that would have actually been easier for me to do like earlier, and I just didn't realize it because I forgot that I had searches in play and that I would be able to gain and play loot. But yeah. Anyway, so I don't necessarily think I played this perfectly or anything. I do think though that you definitely want to get deck control. I think that I definitely could have had more cooperative draws in particular. Like, now I don't know what the odds were, but so our initial trash only included 1 estate. That's probably around expectation. So I'm not that in and of itself isn't bad necessarily, but obviously it could be better. And then more importantly, we have this turn where we got to cage 0 estates. That's definitely at least under expectation. We could certainly have like seen at least 1 estate, ideally multiple estates. And then like if we had it would have been easier to clean up. Not only would that have helped like in the sense of okay, now we don't have these estates, but it might have actually also made it easier to clean up the coppers as well. I'm not entirely sure about that, but because like we would have been we would have had more money immediately, and it would have been faster to then like get to a point where maybe we could get like another secluded shrine play and trash the rest of our copper or something along those lines. Maybe not, but it certainly would have helped. So that was, that was unfortunate, but maybe it also didn't make that much of a difference in the end. I'm not entirely sure. It was a pretty interesting board, though, I will say. Reckless Secluded Shrine is interesting, and the way the deck control worked was interesting. I would say, probably an above average board for a plunder heavy board. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.